My name is Mai Iskander, and I'm the producer and director of Garbage Dreams. And Garbage Dreams is filmed over 4 years, and it follows 3 teenage boys born into the trash trade and growing up in the world's largest garbage village, which is located on the outskirts of Cairo. This community is a community that lives in this garbage village of 60,000 Zebalin, which is the Arabic word for garbage people. And far ahead of any green modern initiative, these Zebalin actually recycle 80% of everything they collect. They survive on the garbage that they collect and recycle. Recently, Egypt decided to hire 3 foreign multinational companies to come and collect the garbage, and basically the livelihood of the Zebalin hang in the balance. So the film follows these 3 teenage boys going through regular growing pains of life, as well as seeing how they're going to deal with making choices that will affect the survival of their community. Well, I'm half Egyptian, so every year I used to go back to Egypt to visit my family. And one year I decided, I worked as a cinematographer in the U.S., and I wanted to just take the winter off. And I went to visit my family and decided to do some volunteer work. And I started doing volunteer work in this community at the local recycling school. And they had just gotten this big donation of paint. They were going to paint murals for the outside of their school, and I went to help and volunteer to help them, and I decided I would film the event just because they were so excited. I was going to make it a little video and give it to them as a present, but when I pulled out the camera, the kids just got so excited by it, and they really blossomed in front of the camera, and so I kept doing that, and eventually it turned into 4 years. But I went in to do volunteer work in this neighborhood, kind of feeling like their biggest concerns would really be the fact that they're losing their livelihoods, the fact that they're living in kind of a difficult living environment with garbage all around them. But their concerns were like regular teenage concerns too. Like that was kind of seemed like the forefront. Like what's the coolest hairdo? Like what are their friends wearing? Who's the strongest? When I first went there, the camera kind of holds a lot of power, especially having somebody from the outside coming and filming them, and they don't understand media the same way that here in the U.S. we understand it. So media for them, it always kind of equals propaganda, it's kind of the way media is used there. So I wanted to demystify the camera. I ended up buying a little Sony one-chip camera, and I taught them how to use it. And they took a lot of scenes that are actually 5 minutes of the movie is their work. Well, I'm actually trying to gear up to do more outreach with this film and bring it into high schools and colleges and do private screenings to bring more awareness about recycling. To learn more about the film, you can go to www.garbagedreams.com.